What's up, people? The European Union, known as the EU, begged Africa for partnership. I'm Chibuzo Wachuku. I would appreciate you liking this video and subscribing to my channel. At a summit which African leaders attended, the EU President Ursula von der Leyen stated that the EU is interested in more than just the extraction of resources from Africa. I wrote clips.
We're not only interested in extracting resources. We want to partner with you to create local value chains, to create good jobs here in Africa. We want to share European technology with you. We want to invest in skills for local workers. This is crucial for the young people, because the stronger you are as suppliers, the more Europe will diversify supply chains towards Africa, and the more we both will de-risk our economies. It's a clear win-win. The benefits of expanding Africa's clean energy sector would be massive. By speeding up the transition to solar and wind power, energy sector jobs in Africa could double in a few years. And Africa could produce enough clean energy not only to power up your continent, but also to export abroad. Climate action can be one of the main drivers of Africa's growth. But for this, Africa needs massive investment. And Europe wants to be your partner, in closing this investment gap.
At the summit, which took place after the BRICS summit, which took place in August, Leyen stated that the EU is interested also in the creation of local value chains, the sharing of European technology with Africa, and the development of skills for locals in the African countries. However, before the BRICS summit, the EU, along with NATO and the West, were interested just in the resources. This thing has happened for like a very long time. For decades, long time. The West exploited Africa and still does. Leaders of the West did various things to exploit Africa, such as paying African leaders, known as puppets, to destabilize the continent, promoting hate and wars in African countries, killing leaders, making it difficult for Africans to go across borders of their countries in their own continent. The West took such resources, leaving African countries in trashy states. The Africans had enough, which explains the coups, which they and myself would call revolutions. I don't blame them for such coups, or revolutions, I should say. They had no choice but to do it. There are still African countries that are being exploited. This is what BRICS is about. It is about doing trade without that Western thing, which is about the white supremacy. The leaders of the Western countries, including the USA, the EU, and NATO, need to get lost. They've caused enough destruction for Africa. I am disappointed that the African leaders attended that summit. However, they didn't look like they were interested. The last thing I would ever expect them to do is say yes to the West, to the EU and so on. They need to leave the West and move on. The Western leaders, the EU and NATO need to back away. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.